What's up guys, it's Mason and I got some pretty juicy news to share with you. Nintendo's had a pretty rough assumption for their E3 presence this year. More so because they have a lot of weird announcements they made, such as not showing the NX and kind of focusing on Zelda. So, I kind of thought like a lot of other people would be the worst E3 ever. They're focusing on one game, it could be very terrible, you know. But there are things that have gotten announced that honestly makes this year's E3 a lot better than last year's, at least in my opinion. But that's saying, well, not that much. The E3 show wasn't that hard to beat. But, oh my gosh, tons of things got announced, so why don't we go ahead and cover it all? Let's go! I'm gonna get a copyright claim on this video for sharing this footage, but I don't even care. The Legend of Zelda title that's been in the works for the Wii U and Nintendo NX since E3 2014 and even before that has finally been subtitled Breath of the Wild. As the name may suggest, the game is very in tune with nature. Enemies are everywhere and out in the wild. Instead of enemies being here and there, they're kind of in colonies where you can come out all at once and things like that. They're not really waiting for you around every corner, so that's kind of a cool thing. And fun fact, the game's open world is approximately 12 times larger than that of Twilight Princess's. So there's a bit of scale if you need it. That's a massive world, just think about that for a second. Okay, time's up, let's continue. You can rock climb, you can swim. You can climb up on towers and buildings and mountains and oh my gosh, there's so much to do. You can glide through the air and so much more with this game. And it's just crazy. There's so many things Nintendo's been doing to innovate this game and make it feel new and fresh, and I feel like they're doing a great job so far. I feel like this is worth the wait. But anyway, with all that said, there's more than 100 shrines that are available to explore, and those are basically like mini dungeons. It has the traditional puzzle-solving aspects that Zelda has become known for, and that's a really neat thing that they brought back. Of course, it's no surprise though. But dang, 100 of them? That's a lot. Exploration is obviously going to be a key factor in this upcoming adventure, and no, for the record, there is no female protagonist / counterpart to Link. He's the only playable hero in the game. There's so much more to it than this, but this is just scratching the surface, and there's only so much time in the world, so we're gonna have to move on for now. In other news, a new Mario Party game got announced for the Nintendo 3DS labeled Mario Party Star Rush. Not much is known about the game just yet, other than the fact that you'll no longer have to wait for CPU to take their turns. Instead, everyone takes their turns at once, so that should speed things up a little bit. And Nintendo, please ditch the car this time. And also, they're going to be detailing this game a little bit further in tomorrow's Treehouse presentation, along with other games like Pokemon Sun and Moon and a new Monster Hunter. Honestly, that's the only reason you're not seeing footage of the actual games, because we don't have it yet. But lastly, I wanted to talk about our favorite thing, Amiibo. 10 Amiibo were announced on Tuesday, 7 for the Super Mario Bros. Line that seemed to have gone missing, and 3 for the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. The 7 for Super Mario Bros. Line of Amiibo include Daisy, Rosalina, Wario, Waluigi, Donkey Kong, and Diddy Kong, but then there's also Boo. That one is going to end up being a personal favorite of mine, as he actually glows in the dark, so that's something new that Nintendo's branching out with. That's obviously the first glow-in-the-dark Amiibo we have ever heard of. They launch alongside the Mario Party Star Rush game releasing on November 4th, so at least we have time to save the money. There were also Amiibo that got revealed for the upcoming Zelda title for Wii U and NX, Breath of the Wild. 3 of those were revealed and they all look very nice. There's one with Link and a crossbow called the Archer, one of him on who seems to be Epona labeled as the Rider, and also an Amiibo based on an entirely new enemy from the game known as a Guardian. These all released next year with the game obviously, but another fun tidbit about Amiibo. The Guardian figure is the first Amiibo to have movable parts. So that's really cool, and they're all in the prototype phase though, but you'll be able to get your hands on them sometime next year as I just mentioned. And also, we can't forget about the Wolf Lake Amiibo that was confirmed to have functionality in the game, right? That's returning as they promised. When scanned, Wolf Link becomes a sidekick type partner for you, so you can attack various enemies along with Wolf Link, which makes it really cool. With that said, I am aware this isn't that much information, but I figured I'd still fill you in on some of the news that got revealed today. And for the record, this was recorded on Tuesday, June 14th, so if you're watching this on Wednesday, this may already be outdated, but who cares? And I have a question real quick before we end this off. What's your favorite E3 announcement so far? Let me know down below in the comments and we will talk. And I will talk to you next time.